This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll get to those stories in a moment. But first, our top story, an update on the Zika virus outbreak in Florida. Governor Rick Scott now confirming 5 new non-travel related cases of the mosquito-borne virus, including a case in nearby Pinellas County. The other new cases are in the Miami area. Florida Department of Health has begun door-to-door outreach and sampling. They're also working with the Pinellas County Mosquito Control to begin aggressive spraying there. Total number of local transmissions of Zika in Florida now up to 42. A Sarasota County man is sentenced for the murders of 2 people in 2 separate cases. ABC 7's Rebecca Vargas joins us now with details on the turn of events in court yesterday. Rebecca?
Yeah, Scott, the first of the 2 murder trials was about to begin yesterday morning when the defendant's attorneys made a plea offer for both murders. 24-year-old Cottrell Johnson pleaded guilty to the deaths of Robert Mann and a beloved Manatee County teacher, Kenneth Ellis. In 2011, Johnson shot Ellis, who was a teacher at Manatee School of the Arts, during a failed home invasion robbery. Just 3 months before, in another unrelated case, Johnson shot and killed Robert Mann while trying to rob Mann's home, which was known for being a drug house in War Mineral Springs. In court yesterday, 80 jurors were lined up to be questioned and chosen in the case involving the murder of Robert Mann, but instead Johnson chose to forgo both trials and agreed to serve double life sentences for those murders. Prosecutors were planning to seek the death penalty in the case of the murdered teacher, but offered the 2 life sentences to Johnson. The state believes justice for the victims and their families was still served.
We were very surprised because we were ready for trial. We had gathered all our witnesses, some as far-flung as West Virginia. I think the sentences are good in that this guarantees that Cottrell Johnson will never walk among us again. It protects the community from a violent person.
Johnson has officially been sentenced to those 2 life sentences and within a few days will be sent to a Florida state prison. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. A fire displaces residents at a Manatee County assisted living facility this morning. Investigators say a stove fire started a small blaze at the Westminster communities of Bradenton. The sprinklers in the building went off, quickly extinguishing the fire. Several residents were temporarily displaced, but there were no injuries. A few stores at a Sarasota shopping mall evacuated because of a gas leak this morning. This all happened at the Beneva Village shops at the intersection of Clark and Beneva Roads. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office received the first call around 9 a.m. They say the leak was behind the shopping center. No injuries have been reported. Traffic was not affected. Deputies say the gas leak should be repaired sometime this afternoon. The heroin epidemic on the Suncoast creating a greater need for foster families. According to the Bradenton Herald, the county has had a higher removal rate than average. Right now, there are not enough foster families to take in those children who have been removed from their homes because of the epidemic. The Sarasota YMCA Safe Children Coalition is working to address the problem with a town hall meeting next week. It'll take place at the Dream Center on 24th Street East in Bradenton. It happens next Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. The meeting will be free and open to the public. Sarasota Bradenton International Airport may eliminate some fees airlines pay there in an effort to bring new flights to the area. Sarasota Manatee Airport Authority voting to waive terminal fees for the next 2 years for airlines that add new nonstop destinations to the airport. Fees will also be waived for carriers who add another domestic route to cities that the airport already serves. It comes as the airport deals with losing flights to New York and Chicago and a decrease in passengers traveling through that facility. A historic takeoff this morning at the Venice Municipal Airport. Agape Flights Christian Ministry loaded its cargo plane with 10,000 meals and 24 water filtration systems for the group's first flight to Cuba. The group flies every week to impoverished countries in the Caribbean, dropping off necessary food and supplies. This was its first flight to Cuba since diplomatic relations were reopened last year.
It's just one small plane that took off from Venice Airport, but it has a monumental, eternal impact in the lives of people in Cuba.
The crew will be staying overnight to help spread out those supplies between different church groups in Cuba. And they had great weather to take off early this morning from the airport.
Say.
Wendy is in for John today, and beautiful blue skies.
Oh
all
my
morning.
gosh, wasn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
It really was, but there was that blanket of heavy air out there, especially early this morning. You know, we had temperatures that were 82 degrees at 5 o'clock.
Like it.
Well, guess what it is right now?
In the 90s.
Oh, 94.
Oh my.
Oh my, oh my is right. That is pretty hot right now. But we have high dew points. We have moderate humidity at 52%. And we have calm winds at this hour and lots of sunshine. It doesn't matter where you go. Look at that. Bradenton is 94, Sarasota 94, 92 in Venice. And just about anywhere you go, we are looking at temperatures in the 90s right now. And it's going to get a titch warmer than this, so you can expect to see 95, maybe even 96 in the interior sections. Temperatures are this way all the way down the coastline, and we're looking at slightly cooler readings well to the south of us. So this is what it's going to look like for the rest of the day. We do have a chance for rain, but it's only a 30% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. And we're also going to be talking about the tropics in a little bit. We've got Tropical Storm Gaston that we're going to be talking about in just a minute.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. The Rabonia Neighborhood Action Plan is up for discussion and approval today. Manatee County Commissioners going over the plan this morning, which shows Rabonia meets the definition of a blighted area and qualifies for a federal community development block grant. If the commission approves the plan today, the grant will help the community make some much needed improvements as early as October. We're getting our first look at an artist rendering for the new Quay Sarasota. If everything goes according to plan, the now vacant land on US 41 could include 695 condos, 175 hotel rooms, along with retail and office space. The project is being laid out by Jacksonville-based developers. Neighbors around the new Quay have mixed reactions about what they want the new complex to offer.
I would love to see some cultural things there. I would love it if the Sarasota Orchestra could have a new symphony hall on that corner. That would be the greatest.
It's been 9 years since the previous Quay building was demolished. Plans for rebuilding were delayed by the recession. The new Quay is not expected anytime soon, though. Developers say the best scenario for breaking ground there would likely be in 2018. Time now to get over to the kitchen and check in with our guest chef and good friend, Eddie Iziri from Apollonia Grill in Sarasota. Eddie, great to see you again. What's on the menu for lunch today?
Thank you, Scott. Today we'll be doing a branzino fish, which is a traditional style of making a whole fish.
Ah, it sounds delicious. We'll see how it comes together in a little bit. Thank you, Chef.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Well, as you know, things are getting very, very busy in the tropics. We've been talking about this for days, and we've got the two systems that we're really concentrating on right now. And you can see this is Gaston, and Gaston became a tropical storm overnight and into the early morning hours this morning, and it is very quickly on its way to becoming our next hurricane. So we're watching Gaston. You can see this is the direction that it's going to be taking, and it is not going to be a problem for Florida. However, we are still looking at this system right here, and this is just a disturbance, and we're going to concentrate on it because this is the one that is showing some signs of having a problem for Florida, and we still don't know exactly what it's going to do or how well it's going to hold together. Earlier today, it had a 60% chance of forming. Now we're looking at a 50% chance. So there's some question about what's going to happen. But this is Tropical Storm Gaston. We'll take a look at this first. And this system is moving now towards the west-northwest very rapidly. And it is also with winds of 65 miles per hour. Again, it is not going to be a problem for Florida, but it is probably going to become our next hurricane sometime tomorrow. So we'll be watching that. In the meantime, this is the system that we've been watching, and these are now this is the new spaghetti plot, and you can see that it's now moved a little bit farther to the north, so it started shifting around a little bit more. So this is good news, and you can see that this is the track it's expected to take. This is where it is right now, and it's not showing a whole lot of signs of development at this point. And as I mentioned, the National Hurricane Center has actually downgraded the chance probability now to a 50% chance of development rather than a 60% chance, which it had earlier today. So we're going to continue to watch this system and see what it's going to do, because that is a big question mark right now. But what we do know is that it's hot outside. There isn't any rain really to speak of. Most of the showers have been dissipating as they move out into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see this is true down to the south. Others are beginning to develop, though, out in the Atlantic. And there's a better chance for rain a little bit later on today with a 30% chance. But so far, nothing's actually developed on shore. So right now, we're looking at temperature 94. It's already 94, and it's not even 1 o'clock yet. 52% humidity. The winds are calm right now, and around the state we're looking at temperatures mostly in the 90s. Look at this. Doesn't matter where you go, you're looking at a lot of 90s out there. For our area, we're looking at the temperatures here in Manatee and Sarasota County down through Charlotte County, mostly in the 90s. A little cooler at the beaches. They're getting the benefit of a sea breeze there. And look at the feels like temperatures. Right here in Sarasota at the airport, 104 degrees is what it feels like. It feels as though it's 99 in Bradenton, and then east of I-75 it feels as though it's 100 degrees. Just make sure you drink a lot of water and you just stay as well hydrated as you can throughout the day, because it is awfully hot. And until the rains come, it really isn't going to be cooling us off very much. So that high pressure system moves on off towards the north, and that is going to allow for some more of this rain to move on through. And over the next couple of days, we are going to see better chances for rain. So the rain chances will increase beginning today through tomorrow and on into the end of the week. And we've got hot temperatures, as you've already seen, and also, as we've noted, the tropics are very, very busy. So we'll be keeping our eyes on that as well. If you're heading out to the beach today, the winds are going to be shifting around towards the northwest during the afternoon hours. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out on the bay. The Gulf water temperature is 87. The air temperature 88 degrees. So you can cool off if you go there, but it's going to be tough throughout the day. We're expected to climb up to a high of 95 degrees today. And then over the next several days, we keep those the temperatures coming down as the rain chances go up. Scott?
Okay, thank you so much, Wendy. In health news today, television show ratings are doing very little to protect our children. That's the conclusion of a new study published in the journal Pediatrics. It found violence is prevalent across TV shows regardless of the rating. Scientists say most of the violence portrayed is glamorized, and kids have a hard time differentiating it from reality. Parents are encouraged to watch TV with their children and talk about media and risky behaviors whenever possible. There's a possibility your Instagram pics can tell if you're depressed or not. That's according to a new study from Harvard University and the University of Vermont. The study looked at nearly 44,000 Instagram pictures from volunteers, some who had a history of depression. They found people who are depressed posted pictures that were less bright and not as saturated with color. They also found depressed people posted more often and applied more filters. The findings are being used to explore new avenues for early screening for mental illness. A massive thunderstorm, windy day, or a down power line can leave you in the dark for hours. So what kind of effect does that have on the food in your refrigerator? Well, doctors say the amount of time your food has before it goes bad during an outage might be shorter than you think. For refrigerators, it can be less than 4 hours. But for food in the freezer, it might last a little longer, closer to 48 hours, depending on the packaging. Experts suggest moving your items to the freezer to keep them cooler for longer. Also, check their freshness by smelling them and not tasting them, because eating foods that have developed bacteria can be harmful.
Some people will experience some mild symptoms like nausea, vomiting, but in more severe cases, if bacteria has been growing for a while, or if you have someone with a sensitive immune system, very young, very old, compromised immune system like someone undergoing cancer treatment, the effects could be more severe.
Experts say items such as milk and raw meat will spoil quicker, so it's best to adhere to a 4-hour limit. And if all else fails, remember a good rule of thumb: when in doubt, throw it out. Still to come in your Suncoast News, President Obama will be getting his first look at the flooding devastation in Louisiana today. But first, Venice High School's football team expected to be a powerhouse again this year. Don Brennan will have a preview of what we can expect from the Indians this season, right after this.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
The Venice Indians have made the football playoffs in each of head coach John Peacock's 9 seasons, and they begin the quest for a 10th straight appearance against a national power on Friday night. ABC 7's Don Brennan joins us now with a season preview. Don?
Thanks, Scott. The Indians have been in the playoffs all those years, as you said, but the state title has eluded them since 2000. Now, this season, they have experience on their side. With 9 consecutive playoff appearances, there is a level of success at Venice that is expected. With those expectations comes pressure to work harder to outdo the prior teams.
I think we have worked them. I think there's a lot more commitment from this team than our past teams. There's no doubt about that. Bryce Carpenter's in his 3rd year. Javon had a great year last year, and he's building off that. We have 2 solid running backs back. We have 8 returners on defense. We have our kicker back. All of our special teams are back. So we have a lot of experience, so I think that really helps us early on.
2 of the main talents on offense, quarterback Bryce Carpenter and wide receiver Javion Haley, know exactly why their teammates have joined them in outworking past Indian teams.
Everybody's been hungry. Our team's been hungrier than last year, the year before that when I was on the team. We're just hungry to get past the 2nd round and just win it all for once.
Our guys are, so fired up and everything, and it just fueled us the whole off season, and we just can't wait to get back out there.
We'll see Friday night if that work is paying off when they play national powerhouse Camden County out of Georgia.
They're just a tough physical bunch. They run the wing tee, and they got 3 backs that are really tough blockers and tough runners, and they're just they're from South Georgia, and they've won state championship 03, 08, and 09. So they're a pretty solid program.
The continuity of Venice helps the success, and the success allows the continuity. Peacock is entering his 10th year with minimal changes to his staff. Often the changes that are made are former Indian players coming back to coach at their alma mater.
Clay Burton, Beckett Wales, and Bo Saravallo are here. Well, I actually have 4. I coach Mark Cristiani too, so I think it's a great thing, that they want to come back and want to be part of it. So obviously we're doing something right if they want to come back and be part of it.
Indeed, they are doing something right, and they were 10-2 last year. Unfortunately, 1 regular season loss to Braden River, and then a loss to Braden River in the playoffs that ended their season. Friday night, they start at home against that Georgia team. Then they have Riverview next week, and Riverview's home opener. So a lot of experience on their side. So maybe maybe the lightning will strike this year.
And Venice always gets great community support in that city. They rally around that team.
Yeah, the first time I was ever up was in 2000 when I was covering Naples, and Naples came up, and it was my first experience. And it was, I love that. I love that when the whole town gets involved, and the whole town comes out for the football game. There's nothing like it.
All right, Don, thank you. Happening this weekend, though, the American Cancer Society is holding its annual Making Strides Against Cancer annual golf fundraising tourney. It takes place this Sunday at the Ritz-Carlton Members Golf Club in Lakewood Ranch. Registration starts at 8:30, and then the tee-off is at 10:30. It's $100 per player. Excuse me. The entrance fee includes lunch, and proceeds will benefit Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. One of EA Sports' most popular and longest-running video games will hit stores today. Madden NFL 2017 is out on the shelves. Some surprises include an opportunity to win tickets for Super Bowl 51 in February. The game is available on PS4, PS3, and Xbox One. Back to the kitchen now, where Wendy joins our guest chef today, Eddie Izeri from Apollonia Grill.
And we are going to learn how to debone fish.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing, and that's something I have never, ever in my life done.
Yeah, it's a lot of people find it very intimidating to do it, whole fish. So that's why I thought about bringing this recipe today. We also feature this fish and this dish in our menu all the time at the restaurant. So it's a good chance for our customers to see how we do it at the restaurant.
Ah, there you go. And this is going to, it's a 3-step process from what I understand, because you've got the actual fish, this is the fresh fish, then you have to bake it, and then this is the end result after it's been deboned.
The fish that we have, it's a Mediterranean sea bass. It's called branzino. It's called other names, like in Greek it's called lavraki, or in France it's called loup de mer. But it's the same fish. It's a Mediterranean sea bass. It's fantastic. It's very mild, and I'm going to slice here as I talk about it. It's very mild, and it's sweet flavor, and it's easy to cook, and it cooks pretty fast.
And it's very popular.
It is very popular.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing here, Wendy, is I'm kind of slicing it in the middle here. This will give us a nice chance to season the fish, because most of the time when you're eating whole fish, you can't get salt or lemon or any spices that you really like inside the fish. So this will give us a chance to do it. Okay. The other thing too is that's going to serve purpose of us filleting it later and deboning it, so taking it off after it's cooked. Now we do it traditional way. We put it on the grill. So, but you can roast this in the oven. Okay. If you would grill it, I'm having a hard time with this one. It's a pretty big fish. I chose the largest one we had at the restaurant for this one. So I'll go here. Here we go. So if you would grill it, you would have to use a called a fish basket. So you would put it kind of like when you're grilling vegetables in a basket so they don't fall down on the grates. So you put it in there. That way it allows you the fish not to stick on the grill and it doesn't fall apart on you.
Very good.
So you're pretty much doing a V neck over here underneath the head, and then a long line so you're feeling the bone. So do it really deep so that way you can feel the bone in there. So that's pretty much it. We will season this with their spices. This is on the recipe that you can find it online. It's basically salt, pepper, oregano, garlic, and pepper.
Oh, that's easy.
Did I repeat myself 2 times? Maybe I did. I don't know. I think I called them pretty much. So that's pretty much it. You would put it on the basket, or you would put it on the oven, and you would cook it.
Okay.
And then the way it comes out, obviously we don't have the time to cook it, so it comes out like this.
Right.
So this is the part that I think it's more fun. It's deboning the fish. It could be very scary for some people, but it's very easy. Remember that line that we did earlier?
Yes.
That cut, that slice. So we're gonna go with a spoon, or in this case a pizza spatula or any kind of small spatula you have, and then feel the bone through there, and then just kind of
about a minute left.
dig in there to get that fillet pop open just like that.
Okay.
And then once you get it open, do the same side, on the other side. Open that up, and then we're gonna use our fork. Just kind of rotate the head to separate it from the skeleton or the bones. We'll leave that on the side. And then just kind of lift the bones. All fish is the same, so you would do this for snapper or any kind of small fish that you can, put on the grill. So we'll take that and we'll throw that away. There's a few bones in here, so just feel it with your hands and then to grab them one by one. Here we have a small tweezer.
Oh, you have the tweezers?
Mm-hmm. So you would take them on one by one, put them on the side. So I'm feeling them, just like that one. Be a little patient with it, and you could take them. There's usually about 9 bones across from top and this one, so it's about 9 bones.
We just want to let you know that you can always follow this procedure by going to our website, look up the dining page, and you'll be able to find this recipe and how to debone a fish. And of course, my recommendation is just to go to the restaurant.
That's right.
That's probably your very best bet. And we are going to be right back. And thank you so much,
Chef
Eddie.
Wendy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
A message from the Pulaski Law Firm. You started there right out of high school, learned your trade and did it well. And the asbestos you handled, well, that was just part of the job. If you worked in the trades and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, get the best care available, then call us. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court.
Call 800-236-4994.
And see how we can help. Mesothelioma, don't fight it alone.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Don't miss the Weddings of Sarasota 16th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41, Sunday, August 28th from noon to 4 p.m. The runway show is on the stage at 3 p.m. Enjoy hors d'oeuvres and live entertainment. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars will be given away after the runway show, but you must be present to win. Make sure to pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight, August 26th. Guests only $5. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family-owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A Central Florida community is mourning the loss of a young father who was killed after meeting a woman through online dating. 27-year-old Adam Hillary was found dead last week at his Auburndale home. Last Thursday, Hillary went on a date with 18-year-old Haley Bustos. The two met on a dating site called Plenty of Fish. Hillary brought her back to his apartment, but police say she returned the next night with 3 other men to steal his electronics. That's when detectives say someone shot him in the head. Hillary was the father of a 5-year-old daughter.
You know, she's just not going to be able to see, you know, how great of a guy he really is.
Bustos and the 3 other men are now facing murder and robbery charges. New developments in the case of an FSU student accused of killing a South Florida couple and biting one of his victims in the face. Investigators say the attacker may have ingested caustic chemicals from the couple's garage. Austin Haruf remains in critical but stable condition at a West Palm Beach hospital. Last week, he attacked and killed 59-year-old John Stevens and 53-year-old Michelle Mishkan. Haruf was reportedly caught biting the face of Stevens. The hospital is speculating Haruf could have ingested chemicals based on what they are seeing in his body fluids. The FBI is running tests to determine whether he was under the influence of either bath salts or a drug called Flakka. Overseas, an American soldier is killed in Afghanistan. Military officials say it's the first combat casualty there since January. The attack happened this morning. A patrol was struck by a roadside bomb, killing 1 U.S. service member and wounding 6 Afghan troops. Soldiers were patrolling an area where Taliban forces have been gaining ground against Afghan government security forces. The attacks come a day after 100 U.S. troops were sent to a nearby city to defend it from Taliban forces. Lawyers for Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl are in court today working to get his charges dropped. They're trying to convince a judge the U.S. military mishandled his case. Bergdahl was freed in 2014 in a controversial prisoner swap with the Taliban. He had been held prisoner for 5 years after walking off his post in Afghanistan. A 4-star general is recommending charges, but if the judge decides to disqualify that general's recommendation, another commander would have to decide whether Bergdahl should face a court-martial or be punished at all. A massive apartment fire claims the lives of 4 people in Chicago, including 3 young children. It took at least 200 firefighters about 3 hours to put the fire out this morning. Police say the fire appears to have been set after a domestic argument. The children killed were ages 4, 6, and 3 months old. President Obama is on his way to Louisiana at this hour to visit the areas affected by massive flooding last week. This will be the president's first look at the damage caused by those heavy rains, but many are questioning why the trip did not happen sooner. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in East Baton Rouge with more.
From the subsiding floodwater to everything it destroyed.
It looks like a bomb went off.
President Obama visiting Baton Rouge today to get a first-hand look.
It's part of the message that President Obama will take to Louisiana. The United States government and the American people are going to be standing with the people of Baton Rouge as they rebuild their community.
A community reeling from the storm that more than a week ago hit neighborhoods not normally prone to flooding, forcing 30,000 rescues, killing at least 13 people and damaging an estimated 60,000 homes.
We want the nation to come and assist us. Louisiana needs this assistance. It's widespread. It's not just Baton Rouge.
President Obama facing criticism for not cutting his vacation short to make this trip sooner, though in an interview with MSNBC, Louisiana's governor defended the decision.
We have to take hundreds of local first responders, police officers, sheriff's deputies, and state troopers to provide security for that type of visit. I would just as soon have those people engaged in the response rather than trying to secure the president.
At the same time, Governor John Bel Edwards praised Donald Trump, who visited on Friday, saying his presence brought much-needed attention to a disaster many feel was otherwise largely ignored.
But not ignored by FEMA. Unlike the slow federal response to Katrina, agents are already here processing claims for the more than 110,000 people who have registered for help, replacing all that was lost. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana.
Marcy, thank you. In the race for the White House, the Trump campaign is working to get more minority voters on their side. Trump speaking at a rally last night and once again asking African Americans for their vote before a mostly white audience. He's also expanding his plea to Hispanics as well, accusing Democrats of rigging the system against him. Meanwhile, controversy over Hillary Clinton's emails continue. Emails released by a conservative watchdog group appear to show a closer relationship between the Clinton Foundation and the State Department while she was Secretary of State. But last night on Jimmy Kimmel on ABC, Clinton seemed to laugh off the allegations.
Jimmy, my emails are so boring.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm embarrassed about that. They're so boring. And so we've already released, I don't know, 30,000 plus. So what's a few more?
Trump and Clinton are now both preparing for the main events, their debates this fall. There's little doubt these debates will be among the most watched presidential debates ever. No more hard liquor at Stanford University. A new ban prohibits students from drinking anything more than beer and wine. The decision comes months after former Stanford swimmer Brock Turner was sentenced to 6 months in jail for sexually assaulting a woman after a party. Both Turner and the victim had been drinking that night, but the school says the new policy was not directly related to the Turner case. Trying to impress a woman puts one man in a very tight situation in Pennsylvania. Crews rescuing a man after he got trapped between two buildings. Police say the man was trying to impress a woman by jumping from one roof to the next, but they say he missed and ended up wedged in between the buildings instead. At one point, crews broke a hole through a restaurant to try to reach him. Well, a medic was eventually lowered on a rope to get him, and they did pull him out. Other than his pride and an ankle injury, he is expected to be okay. We don't know yet if the woman was impressed.
I was going to ask, was she impressed?
But how many times over the years has a man been hurt in an effort to impress a woman?
Oh, I'm sure. Just scores and scores of times. I'm sure it happens all the time.
Look what I can do.
Well, and look what I can do. I can make the temperature very, very hot. Just take a look at what's going on outside. We've got a temperature reading of 94. Are you impressed? How about that? Dew point levels are high. The humidity is moderate. Winds are calm right now. We have lots and lots of sunshine out there, and that is helping to make those temperatures go higher and higher. We are going to be seeing readings that could be in the mid-90s in just another hour for many locations. And this is true just about everywhere you go. We're looking at a lot of 90s right now. So this is going to be another hot scorcher of a day. And this is true, as you can see, all the way down through Charlotte County. Is what we're expecting to see is some showers and thunderstorms developing a little bit later on this afternoon. But we only have about a 30% chance of rain. There isn't much going on right now. Nothing out there to show you.
All right. Wendy, thank you. Traffic deaths are up so far this year. According to preliminary data from the National Highway Safety Council, deaths were up 9% in the first 6 months of this year. Between January and June, at least 19,000 people have been killed on the road. That's up 18% from just more than 2 years ago. More than 2 million have been hurt within that same time frame. Since 2014, states with the biggest increases include Vermont, Oregon, Georgia, and yes, here in Florida. U.S. drivers have also put in a record number of miles on the road in the first half of this year, thanks to low gas prices. A newly redesigned BMX track will be opening officially this weekend in Sarasota County. The $2.4 million renovation includes new starting hills, start gate system, and upgraded lighting and drainage. The new track replaces the original one, which was built back in 1974. The grand opening celebration will take place this Saturday at the Sarasota County Youth Athletic Complex off Tuttle Road. In national news, for the first time since the early 20th century, you can own a piece of real estate in one of New York City's hottest neighborhoods, but you can't move in until you're dead. A 200-year-old mausoleum in the crypt under St. Patrick's Old Cathedral is up for sale. For $7 million, the buyer can be buried near several historic figures like General Thomas T. Eckert, a close confidant of Abraham Lincoln. The church is offering the opportunity as a fundraising effort to restore its 150-year-old pipe organ.
What we're looking for is, in this individual or family,
is to support the efforts here of reviving restoring the urban organ, and more importantly, provide that family with an opportunity of a once-in-a-lifetime chance of being interred, underneath the old cathedral.
The organ restoration will cost $1 million. The buyer will also get the naming rights to it. So this is a deal to die for, definitely. Sorry. When we come back, Wendy, we'll have another check on the weather. And it's a quaint neighborhood nestled right in the middle of Sarasota. Look at this week's destination in our series, A Place We Call Home.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $174 and no down payment, just $174. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Welcome back, two of my favorite guests. Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189 and no down payment, just $189 or 0.9% APR. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Well, we do have some showers, and thunderstorms are located well offshore right now in the Atlantic, and you can see them building out here. And then keep in mind that this is all moving in our direction, so we could get some showers moving onshore and eventually make their way over towards the west coast. But we only have a 30% chance of rain in our forecast today. So once again, we're looking at very hot temperatures as a result, and most of these showers that we're seeing out here in the Gulf of Mexico are also moving away from shore, and there's nothing taking place right now across our immediate viewing area. So if you're going outside or you still have plans to get to the beach, just remember to make sure you have plenty of sunblock, because take a look at these temperatures. It's 94 degrees right now, lots and lots of sunshine out there. We have a high dew point level. We've got 52% humidity, so it's not as humid. It's a little drier feeling outside, but we also have some calm winds at this hour and all around the state. It doesn't matter where you go. If it's Tallahassee or Jacksonville, down through Gainesville, 92, 93, 94 degrees. And then as you come on down across the west coast of Florida, we're looking at the same sort of thing. Now, if you go to the beach, we're looking at 87, 88 degrees for Longboat Key or Siesta Key. But then as soon as you hit the airport, it's 94. Bradenton reporting 94, 92 in Parrish. I'm hearing and seeing a lot of these 90s, and I'm afraid it's going to get a little bit warmer before the rains come. And once those showers come in, it's going to help to cool things off. But this is what it feels like. So if it's 94 degrees or it feels like 104 degrees, I don't know what kind of a difference that feels like, but that is awfully hot. So just make sure you're drinking plenty of water if you do go outside, because that sun is fierce. And we've got the high pressure system moving off towards the north. We've got the frontal system that is finally beginning to dissipate, so it's not producing any more in the way of real rains for us across the northern part of the state. And now we've got some of these showers that are building out here in the Atlantic, and they're eventually going to make their way over here. here. But what we are going to be seeing is that over the next couple of days, now that that high pressure system is lifted north, we're going to start to see more rain developing in our forecast. And we are also going to get those hot temperatures around. But once the rains come in, it's going to cool things off a little bit nicely. And we do have the tropics that are also very busy. We'll be taking a look at that in just a second. We've got winds coming in out of the northeast and then shifting around this afternoon towards the northwest at 5 to 10 knots for boaters. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out on the bay. We've got a temperature reading of 88 degrees, so you can go there to cool off. If you go in the water, it's slightly cooler at 87. And of course, we're looking at a high UV index as well. And for the rest of the afternoon, it's just going to be hot. We've got the thunderstorms coming on in. It'll be isolated showers and thunderstorms that will develop with a temperature reading of 95 degrees. And I'll stand out of the way so you can see this. We've got that 30% chance of rain for today with a high of 95. And then we're going to start to cool things off a little bit as the chances for rain go up over the next couple of days. So that's a good thing. And once again, it is just very, very busy out in the tropics. Fiona has pretty well died out, so we're not worried about her anymore. But we have Gaston that developed overnight, and this is a tropical storm. It's going to stay out in the Atlantic and not be a problem for us. But this low pressure system is still a big question mark, and you can see the tracking of it. It's sort of taking and making Florida a target, so that's why we're looking at it. And once again, this is what it looks like as far as Tropical Storm Gaston. He is really starting to pick up a little bit in intensity, 65-mile-per-hour winds now, and it appears as though by tomorrow he is going to be at hurricane force with 85-mile-per-hour winds. So we're going to continue to keep our eyes on these systems, and we will keep you posted as to what's going on. Scott?
Okay, Wendy, thank you. A grant from the Manatee Community Foundation is helping low-income residents spay or neuter their pets. A $10,000 grant was given to Animal Services to allow them to continue offering free spay and neuter services. The foundation will also match donations from the public up to $5,000. The grant comes after Animal Services ran out of funding from the county. Those services will be offered for up to 2 pets for those who qualify as low income. Plans are in the works to upgrade and renovate the pavilion and pool area at Sarasota's Lido Beach. In addition to a major overhaul of the bathrooms, improvements may include expanding the tiki bar, launching a new restaurant there, and adding a splash pad, along with more shade to the pool area and creating a green park area for public events.
I think with any city facility, you always want to look at, you want to maintain the facility to a proper status where it's usable by the public.
The estimated cost of the proposed project is more than $3 million. If all goes according to plan, city officials say work on the pavilion and pool area would get underway sometime in late 2018. Each community on the Suncoast has its own unique personality, and ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us to Sarasota's Laurel Park neighborhood in our series A Place We Call Home.
Laurel Park is a designated historic district in Sarasota. Development
was built in the 20s and 30s and 40s, 50s in Sarasota.
The Depression left its mark. People used whatever materials they could find to build their homes.
There was a tremendous influx in the late 30s, before World War II, of houses that were moved here, houses that were built from reclaimed wood. This house in particular is a 1938 Depression-era house.
The Sarasota County Courthouse used to be in this neighborhood. The current Women's Exchange was originally the Sarasota Herald Tribune, and there are a lot of apartment houses.
We have a larger concentration of the older apartment buildings than anywhere in the city of Sarasota.
And the homeowners and renters work together to preserve the neighborhood.
In the early 90s, there was a large group of residents that were very involved in improving and encouraging resident homeowners, renters to be involved in the neighborhood. And we had a great group of people that worked very hard and established Laurel Park and the Laurel Park Neighborhood Association.
The community is a great mix of architectural styles, and the residents are an eclectic group.
We've got artists, we've got professionals, we've got all ages, but the thing that really stands out for me is the involvement and commitment to the neighborhood that people have.
Many things make Laurel Park a great place to call home.
The walkability. We can be at Payne Park in 10 minutes. We can be at Island Park in 10 minutes. We can be to Selby Gardens in 10 minutes, and we can be in the heart of downtown in 10 minutes.
You get to know all the neighbors. You walk down the street. You know, people know you. They say hi. They call out to you, invite you in for a glass of wine.
It's a real hidden gem in downtown Sarasota.
Laurel Park is made up of 50 acres and includes 9 city blocks. And since the early 1920s, it's been a great place to call home here in Sarasota. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you so much. When it comes to messing up her name, Barbara Streisand intends to set the record straight with Apple. And why spend money buying KFC chicken when you can smell like it? We'll explain how right after this.
It's time again for My Suncoast's Bark in the Park with the Bradenton Marauders at McKechnie Field. Bring your best friend and let them run the bases in support of the Humane Society of Manatee County, August 28th at 1 p.m. Visit BradentonMarauders.com for info. Sponsored by ABC 7.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 12% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $9,300 cash back on this Yukon.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Sharks swim team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, visit sarasotaymca.org. Sharks.
Don't miss the Weddings of Sarasota 16th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41, Sunday, August 28th from noon to 4 p.m. The runway show is on the stage at 3 p.m. Enjoy hors d'oeuvres and live entertainment. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars will be given away after the runway show, but you must be present to win. Make sure to pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight, August 26th. Guests only $5. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
Leonardo DiCaprio and his girlfriend are okay after a car crash over the weekend. The two were riding together in the Hamptons when DiCaprio's Range Rover was bumped from behind. DiCaprio is a frequent visitor to the Hamptons, where he has rented homes and frequents hotspots there. Forget the RESPECT. Aretha Franklin really just needs some R&R. On doctor's orders, the 74-year-old singer is canceling some upcoming shows to catch up on her rest. She's taking more than a month off, missing at least 2 big gigs at Radio City Music Hall, including a 90th birthday celebration for friend Tony Bennett. She's expected to hit the stage again sometime in November. Don't mess up Barbara Streisand's name. Apple is surely learning a lesson. After the singer heard how Siri pronounced her name, she went straight to CEO Tim Cook to get it changed. Siri was pronouncing her name with a Z instead of an S. Cook says the pronunciation will be corrected in the next update on September 30th. Seems Colonel Sanders wants you to smell like his famous recipe. The fast food company is giving away 3,000 bottles of sunscreen that gives off the scent of its famous fried chicken. Company's even hired actor George Hamilton, who's known for that signature dark tan, to play the Colonel in a new TV commercial. He's really tan there, isn't he? According to KFC spokesperson, the SPF is 30, and those who get a bottle can expect to enjoy an extra crispy lifestyle.
Or they can go outside.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, my goodness, it is so hot outside. It's 94 degrees right now. Yeah. So you're going to get crispy if you go out there without any sunscreen.
And if you wear that, you'll be hungry too, right? Yes. People around you will be like,
the seagulls are going to come after you.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Didn't think about that.
Oh boy. That's pretty scary, isn't it? Well, we'll take a look at the 7-day, and you can see that it is hot today because there isn't that great a chance for rain. And then after that, we start to get those rain chances going up, and the temperatures come down. We'll see 92, 91 degrees over the next couple of days. But today, 95 is the expected high.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had a string of those days
lately.
Yeah.
It's way too hot.
We're ready for some rain to cool it off. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much for joining us. Our next news comes up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Have a wonderful afternoon ahead, and we hope to see you later.